All right, YouTube, this Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit, back with another video. I was telling my subscribers earlier today when I made a video about how people were attacking me because of my political views. And the way they was attacking me was strange because these were people I called my friends. Now, if you don't know, I've been homeless for almost a year. Yeah, vlogging while homeless. But all praise due to God, I still have a truck. So I can live in my truck. Without my truck, I guess I'd be on the street. So can nobody tell my story better than me? But the situation is as such is I still have a political point of view. I still do. I went to school for political science, and of course, my life had to take a drastic turn for me to be homeless and living in my vehicle. But that's neither here nor there. It didn't change the aspects of my mentality and the knowledge that I've learned. And I'm not a red pill guy that's misogynist and anti-woman, but they have points that are relevant. I wouldn't be homeless if I had not have given up my place to move in with a woman I thought cared about me. But that wasn't so. So when it came time to actually deal with things and build, she wasn't ready to build. I built a whole studio with my hands. I bought lights, I bought cameras, backdrops to vlog. But when things weren't going her way, of course, I had to go. But that comes with the territory. I'm an old enough man to understand where I went wrong and to understand the nature of things, especially domestic. So, as always, I'm going to give advice to men because men don't get support. Men don't get help that women get. So, if you move in with a woman, you can be homeless if you give up your place and move in because she's going to do what's in her best interest to be tied to government assistance and providing for her babies. And sad to say, most relationships with a lot of women are transitory. If they couldn't make relationships work with men they had children by, don't expect them to make no relationship work with you. You don't have any real ties. So that landed me in my situation. Oh, and it's the state as well. The Salvation Army, I went to the Salvation Army because I was on the Section 8 list waiting like a lot of Americans. This is why I speak my political analysis from a real perspective. But you know what the Salvation Army did? They made me work 40 hours for free while indoctrinating me in a new form of Christian doctrine that they have on their own, which is really a new form of slavery. So I had to leave there to continue blogging. So now it's a trial for me just to be able to make content for my supporters and my base. But what made me make this video, because I got a home girl that was so mad at me for having conservative views that she went off and downrated me like, oh, you is conservative and you support Trump, but you homeless and you living in your truck. People laughing at you. You a joke. Do I look like a joke? And if you laughing, what's funny about it? What's funny about a man on the verge of losing everything and still have to get up every morning and try to make content because that's what he do? Is that funny? For real? But I guess this individual was so Trump deranged that she identified me as being Donald Trump. That's how much they hate the man. They hate anybody who will speak positive against something the man is doing. And you may ask, well, how can you be homeless and how can you be going through what you're going through and still support the conservative perspective? Because I look to the future, and liberalism will destroy our people ultimately. Liberalism will, because liberalism destroys the nuclear family. It keeps the man in one position. He's either an earner or he's discarded because there's no real help for him. Now, let me tell you about the Salvation Army, too. The Salvation Army takes people who are in desperation, needing help, under the guise of Christian values. Now, this is in Detroit. I don't know how they do it in other cities, but in Detroit, they admit you and offer to give you help, but then immediately start making you work 40 hours a week for free, limiting your ability to get housing or a real job because they constantly threaten you with putting you out, and they already know you don't have nowhere to go. So me personally, I chose to go back to my truck and to continue blogging and vlogging and dispensing information because I do have education in political science. So I'm doing what I went to school to do. And to be attacked by people who once claimed to love me is devastating. You know, but giving up is not an option. I'll never give up. If you out there and you going through something, never consider giving up. It may cross your mind, but don't do it. Don't do it. Keep using your voice. Keep using what God gave you to sustain yourself. And I'm going through major trials. I mean, even the trolls who don't know me attack me. They can't even imagine what it's like being homeless in Detroit with these enemies, with these liberal idiots, with their debauchery and their nefariousness. And if you have a word that contradicts that, you automatically become the enemy. So that's what I'm experiencing. But I have a loyal following of supporters on this channel that have been rocking with me from day one. And I owe it to them to show up every day and give them content and tell them the truth as I know it. But don't get it twisted and think that you can shame me by my situation, because clearly I haven't given up. Clearly I'm still a factor. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this goes out to help any people that may see this video and may think about the odds being against them, situations being against them, family and so-called friends being against them. Never give up. Never give up. That's what people use to justify how they betrayed you or mistreated you. Or were just jealous because God gave you a talent. God gave you something special to offer the world. And I offer the world what I've learned through college, through life experience, and everything else. But I will say this to men, young men, way younger than me, don't do it. Don't ever submit to a matriarchy while you are a man. It will be your destruction. It seeks to destroy me now. I don't get negative feedback from the actual female that put me out. She says, "Oh, you your own worst enemy." I wasn't until I started dealing with you. Facts. Most of these women out here, their relationships are transactional. Understand that. So I'm telling my story short and sweet and to the point that no one can shame me about vlogging from my vehicle that I own. Speaking my voice, not asking nobody for help. I don't ask my subscribers for help. You don't hear me saying hit the Cash App or nothing like that. You see me get up every day and give you content in this truck and share what I'm learning and what I'm seeing to help you make better decisions politically. Because the future is to the bold. The future is not to the weak and the timid. And we all know that our people perish for lack of knowledge. So with this message to my detractors, or what they may call haters, I'm not going to give up. Giving up is not an option. What that look like? What can I lose now? I have nothing to lose. Think about that. I'm a man with nothing to lose. But I do have a message for anyone willing to hear. And however my situation turns out, guess what? I spoke about it. I told my own story. You can't shame me. You can't make me feel no type of way. And you damn sure can't shut me up. Now think about that. And this is Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. And as always, salute to all patriots. Peace. Keep y'all head on the swivel.